All right.
Hello, NBA fans, lovers, and fanatics. Good morning. Welcome to the first edition of the new and improved podcast show, CenterCourt. We are no longer the Mama's Nest. That was a horrible decision. Kobe can't play any longer, so we should not be named after a player who is no longer good. So CenterCourt episode 1 is live now, and with me, my co-host, Chris Berger and Leroy Eve.
There it is.
Boys. Welcome, guys. All right, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about David Blatt.
All right, fine.
It's been a while now, so.
All right, fine.
I mean, a lot of people didn't think it was a good decision to begin with, and he wasn't going to fit with LeBron. But to fire a guy that has a 675 winning percentage, like, come on.
I mean, he was 30-11. He brought you to a championship. You lost to the Warriors twice. You lost to the Spurs, I think, by 5 points or 4 points. I mean, you lost to the best team in the league. Like, I
don't think it deserves a firing, but I mean, you fire him and then give the Sixers coach an extension. Doesn't make sense, but that's just me.
The Sixers got that new training facility. They're up and coming. They're coming. That facility is going to make legends.
They're coming.
Legends inbound. But I mean, let's all be honest. I don't like the term coach killer. LeBron's not a coach killer. I don't like that term. I don't agree with that term. Mike Brown did just fine. LeBron didn't kill Mike Brown, and Mike Brown wasn't that good of a head coach.
That's true.
No, they just wanted somebody that could teach some offense, and Mike Brown's not a good offensive coach, so they brought, so they got rid of. But I mean, who do you think is going to be able to come in and handle LeBron? I mean, he's an on-floor coach. You don't really need an elite level head coach. Spoelstra was a video guy for like 10 years of his career. They make him a head coach. You bring LeBron down there, and they get some titles.
True.
So, I mean, as long as you get a guy that can handle the players, and you don't need a big voice in there. You just need somebody that can handle the players and, maybe drop some plays and not freeze up in timeouts, and you'll be all right.
True.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Was that right? Blatt froze up in timeouts. That was the thing they said.
Well, yeah.
That's what just came out.
And then he had that one incident, too, the timeout. When he tried to call it and there's no timeout, so
that's the one issue with Blatt. Like I said, they just didn't respect him from the go, and I can't believe they're going to respect a guy who Allen Iverson stepped over in the finals. But that's on me.
That's
I mean, how are you gonna have your head coach like with a superstar like LeBron be like, dude, the defining moment of your career is having Iverson cross you up, hit a jumper in your face, and step over you in front of your own bench. Yeah. That's a defining moment of your career.
Yeah,
I mean.
I didn't expect. You can go.
I just don't like. I don't think Blatt was right. I can't. The timing makes no sense. Why are you in the middle of a season going to an entirely different system?
It wasn't even All-Star break. It's like they had a game like the next day. Like it didn't make any sense. And I don't know. I didn't think they were gonna have a coach for 3 years. I thought it was gonna be an interim coach.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
I think Thibodeau or
Mark Jackson that we were talking about.
No, Mark Jackson, he would have been a good fit for the player coach.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna say LeBron's a coach killer and he had a big influence on this decision, it's been known that LeBron said he wants Mark Jackson to come coach that team. So really, if it was a decision influenced by LeBron, Mark Jackson would be there, not Tyronn Lue.
Well,
sure.
What I read was that he wanted Mark Jackson, but the Cavs didn't want Mark Jackson. So the compromise was Tyronn Lue, who was a player before. That was the compromise.
Okay.
I mean, I still don't know how Mark Jackson doesn't have a job. I mean,
this is true.
He built that Warriors team.
I don't know
why he built that Warriors team. They were nobodies before he got there, and he brought them to the playoffs. And they're like, you know what? The players don't like you for whatever reason, so see you later.
I mean, I don't know if it's so much that he doesn't have a job or that he doesn't want a job. Because he wasn't – I mean, he didn't do any interviews. Like that Pelicans job, that was open. He didn't even go for an interview for them.
Or the Kings.
He might just be looking for the right job. He doesn't want to take a team that's going to be bottom of the league.
But even still, some of the new coaches, they're from college. So they're, bringing them in from college. So you never know. I don't know.
This is now the second firing this season that's made no sense to me. The Kevin McHale, when you're 9 games into the season, made no sense. We almost forgot all about that. We're 9 games in, coming off a conference finals appearance, and they just pitched him out.
Has that really made a difference?
No. You have Dwight Howard. He's useless.
And then you bring back Josh Smith.
But still, the Phillies coach is still a coach. Something's wrong. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the only thing I can say about Philly is they just don't have any talent. Like, what are you going to win with?
The only thing with them is they're doing the same thing every year. They're just going to keep losing and stocking draft picks until 2 or 3 of these draft picks hit, and they're going to rebuild with them. But until then, they're just going to keep doing this and keep doing this. There's no reason because anybody they have for 3 or 4 years, they keep trading for draft picks or a first-year player. They have no veterans on that team.
Exactly.
They're just hoping that 1 or 2 of these young guys turns into a superstar and they can build it.
They got Elton Brand now. What are you talking about? They got the big.
Has he played any minutes yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
It's like a farm team. They just go there for 2 years and it's like, all right, well, time to get traded. Like, Nerlens is probably going to go eventually soon, so it's just about time.
It's no different than the Timberwolves. They got Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns. You think they're going to stay in Minnesota? Hell no.
Well, maybe Wiggins because he likes it there and that's who he's playing with.
He likes it there? Who said that?
I think he likes it there. No, I don't think he said it. I'm just saying the way they're playing.
I don't think it bothers him. No, he's from Canada. It's not like the weather bothers him.
The weather, but losing 50 games a year ain't fun.
All right,
yeah, but when he gets a little better, when you get Towns becomes a little better, Levine's found himself a little bit more this year than he has in years past.
He gets OKC the other night. He had a really good game.
Rubio's still there.
He was like 12 for 15 shooting.
All right, well, wait. How do you guys feel about Rubio being their point guard? Do you think they need a point guard or no?
He's great at creating, but he can't shoot. So he's useless. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna drive the dish.
If you can put 4 guys around him that can score, he's fine. He's a pure point guard. People have won with pure point guards before. You just gotta get him like almost like a Jason Kidd, where you got to get him to work on at least a 3-ball a little bit, where he can make people pay when he's wide open.
I mean, that starting lineup really isn't that bad. Their starting lineup, I think it's Rubio, then Levine, and then Wiggins, and then
Towns.
No, is it Towns? And then who's their center? Or is Towns plays center? I think Deng starts. I think that Deng guy starts at power forward.
Gordy Zhang.
Yeah, I think he starts.
So. I'd have to look it up.
They had a really good game too the other night.
And their 6-man's not bad. Shabazz Muhammad's a good scorer, but he can't play a lick of defense.
He's played really good this season though. As a 6-man.
They're like a team. I feel like a team that like they're probably not going to make the playoffs, but they're going to have like a decent record probably. That's not playoff worthy, but for them, I don't know. They're just a young team.
They'll hover around that. They'll be like around that 10 seed in the West.
Yeah.
Like you'll think maybe they could be an 8 seed. No, like just disappoint you. So fans
give them a year or 2, and that's probably a playoff team.
Yeah.
I think so for sure. Who knows? I mean, they're not going to add any pieces, but.
No. I mean, they got Garnett, so I mean that's all they need.
Oh yeah, I mean he's helping Towns though. I'll give Garnett props. His mentorship has been on point. Towns is a grown man.
Imagine this team.
Teach him how to trash talk.
This team with young Garnett though might be a problem.
They were nice with young Garnett originally.
This is true.
They had 2 players. They had Garnett and Latrell Sprewell. Oh, and Sam Cassell at the end of his career, and they're pretty nice.
The ugliest player in the NBA, Sam Cassell. One of the ugliest players in the NBA.
All right. It's time to switch gears. I'm wearing this for a reason. My boy's starting in the All-Star game this year. I'm disappointed that Coldplay. Who is it? It's not Drake. It's like Sting playing at the halftime show.
Sting. Yeah, it didn't make sense. Nope. I'm like, you're in Toronto. Views for the Sixers coming out. Why is Drake? No Drake? No, this doesn't make sense.
Just hold on. I'm not going to watch that.
It's third Valentine's Day weekend, so all the dudes are gonna be watching it. I mean, it's gonna be pissed.
Wow.
Let's be honest. Is anybody gonna watch more than like the first half of this game?
In the All-Star game, no.
No, but I'm interested. There's no big men starting this year.
It's
gonna be like a pickup game on the blacktop. It's gonna be weird.
It's always a pickup game, even if there is big men in there, because there's no defense.
You have like LeBron running center in this game, probably.
It's like call your own fouls, and nobody wants to call a foul because nobody plays defense.
Who's going to play center? LeBron? And who's going to play center for the West?
I don't.
Kawhi? No.
That's probably
Durant. Durant has to. He has no choice. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to look up. I don't remember the starters for the West off the top of my head.
No, I have the roster here, but I don't have the starters.
Wait,
I have the starters. I have the starters. Hold on. I'll give it. You want the West starters?
Yeah, like who would their big man be?
It's probably Durant.
And the starters are Curry, Westbrook, Kobe, Durant, and Kawhi.
It's gonna be Westbrook. It's gonna be Durant.
Durant's running center. Kawhi running power forward.
Kawhi's running power forward. Kobe running small forward.
Oh man.
And then
Kobe will play 5 minutes and he will play the rest of the game.
The East has Kyle.
Well, that's the whole problem with having him in the game. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. And
unless I hope Kobe comes out and just does some crazy shit. I hope he drops a bunch.
Kobe, get in the opening tip off. Let him go down the lane clear. Let him jam, and then just get him out of the game.
Let Kobe just try to take Stephen Curry threes all game, please.
No, we don't want that. We don't want Kobe to embarrass himself.
Steph in the game.
He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. You can't embarrass himself in an All-Star game. Come on.
It's gonna be interesting though. I don't like
Kobe in the celebrity game to embarrass himself if he wants to. I don't know.
Can we agree though? Like, it's supposed to be the top talents of like the league as a whole, and we don't have any big men starting. What team in the?
I just don't like the voting.
Do you want to start, though?
I don't like the voting.
Like, the voting is bad. I mean,
the fans can vote multiple times. Like,
just because you have the top 5 vote doesn't mean you should be starting. Like,
I just feel like if they're gonna vote, or if there's gonna be any voting, I feel like you should vote by position. Like, that's how I feel.
It should be the top point guard starts, top shooting guard starts, top small.
And if you're on a team that plays small and you're really a 3, but you play a lot of 4, then maybe you could start the power forward.
Yeah, like George, LeBron, Durant. Those guys play 3-4s. So like, if you want to put them out of 4, I have no problem with that. But none of them play 7.
There's 5s. I feel like there's 5s that definitely should be all-stars right now.
100%.
From the East, the only real guy you could have that could start there is really Drummond.
Yeah, true.
Drummond or Millsap. Yeah, Millsap's more of a power forward.
Millsap's a power forward.
Bosh could be center.
Horford could play center.
He didn't make it though.
I don't think Horford made the team.
No, he didn't. But Millsap, I'm pretty sure, made the reserves.
Well, there's only 3 big men on the East roster. There's Millsap, Drummond, and Bosh. They're the only 3 big men on the team.
But I don't understand
the West is.
The West is
Cousins, Aldridge,
Davis, Anthony Davis, and Draymond Green.
How is Cousins not a starter?
How is LaMarcus Aldridge on the team?
I can't wait to talk about.
I don't know how
later. I really can't because I'm gonna blow up LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, no joke.
I mean, don't get me wrong; he's a great player, but he's not having an all-star season.
No, he's not. I mean, for all the money he's paying, no.
For all the years he got snubbed from the roster, he was having better years 3-4 years ago when nobody knew who he was, and now everybody knows who he is. He's an $80 million player, and he's like, oh, everybody wants to see him play. I mean, he's had a couple of good games this year, but he ain't putting up all-star numbers.
There's no big man. There's no big man in the starters, but there's a big man in the skills competition. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How is DeMarcus Cousins in the skill competition?
Because he's nice.
He's nice, but come on. Come on.
Yeah.
This is like the dunk competition was bad, and now they're just trying to make the All-Star game bad.
The dunk wasn't bad last year with Zach LaVine.
We're used to what we used to grow up with, like that.
Zach LaVine brought it back though. He was bringing it back to like some Vince Carter stuff.
I can't, but it's just him though. We need like multiple people. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the dunk contest with Paul George and Lillard and Wall, that was a good dunk contest. But that team thing. That team was just
stupid. Awful. I remember that because like at the end we're like, all right, so what now? And it's like, oh well, this team wins. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Like I was waiting for like a dunk off and it was just like, nah, that's it.
That's it.
Like the only problem with it now is that everybody's so athletic that everybody can do crazy dunks if they want to. And it's like, since the dunk contest has been around for so long now, you've seen almost every dunk. Sure. So now it's like everybody just wants to see something new. Well, you're not going to see anything new. There's nothing new to do. You've done it all. Yeah. So you just have to judge a guy on really how difficult it is, not like, oh, I've seen that before.
I just feel like now because the dunk competition should be like, it should be like big names going to the dunk competition. I'm not saying like Paul George isn't a big name, but like you'd like what were you like Vince Carter, T-Mac. I'm saying Paul George is a big name, but is he dunk competition big name yet?
But he wasn't.
He had a 360 dunk mid game 2 years ago. What you saying?
All right, I'll give you that.
He posterized Birdman in the playoffs.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not gonna forget about those posterized.
Don't ever come out your neck. Don't ever come out your neck at Paul George like that ever again.
The year he did the dunk contest, he wasn't, a big name yet. That was a breakout year, really.
Exactly.
That was the year that they.
Yeah, that was his breakout year, but he wasn't like a superstar yet. Like he was
still he kind of blew up after he broke his leg. It's like we all knew he was good. Then he broke his leg, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, Paul George is really good."
Yeah.
And then once they saw what the Pacers were last year without him, it was like, "Oh, I guess he really was that good."
Thank God we got rid of Roy. Thank you.
Did they give out the dunk contest contestant?
Yeah, you see Kobe smack his arm away from him the other day?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Like 32-15. Don't fucking dab me up.
He wasn't even trying to dab. He just tried to pound him in the chest. Like, oh, you'll get it. Kobe's like, get the fuck off me. Like, what?
I don't want you touching me. I don't want to catch that, Roy.
Who are you
to catch that?
Roy.
I don't want to start having no-point games.
You want to talk about a man who fell off. Roy Hibbert.
It's kind of like... It kind of looked like Space Jam when, Barkley was all and he goes in there, like, "Don't touch me! I don't want that shit to rub off on me."
Yeah. I hope he enjoys making this 13 or 16 million he's making this year because he ain't ever making more than $5 million ever again in his career.
He's 7'3". Somebody will pay him 10.
No way. He can't play. He can't play in this new style of basketball.
He better go slow. He better go see Hakeem Olajuwon like Dwight's been seeing. Do something.
Look how well it's working for Dwight.
He works with Kareem every offseason.
He needs a switch. He ne's to switch.
He's got
a good mid-range now.
He's 7'3" and he gets 4 rebound games.
The Beats looking better. The Beats looking better than Roy Hibbert right now. And the Beats are not even playing.
The Beats got a better 2K rating than Roy Hibbert right now.
Oh my God! Yes.
I don't know if that's facts. I'm just kidding. That could be.
We might have to check.
That's probably not true. I don't even know if the Beat's on 2K.
He's probably not even in 2K.
Yeah, let's be honest.
He probably is.
So snubs
from the
who should have made it?
Dirk.
All-Stars.
Dirk and Damian Lillard for the West.
I can see Lillard.
Lillard, I would agree with. Dirk's kind of like a sentimental pick now. Like, oh, we want to see him in his All-Star game because we don't know how many years he has left. Like, and he's kind of been like, he's been a stalwart in the All-Star lineup for the last 10 years. So, but I wouldn't say he's a snub. Just kind of it's sad to not see him there.
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, wasn't Zaza Pachulia really close to making the All-Star game?
Yeah,
really
close. He had the top vote for a while.
Not making it. He was close to being a starter.
Yeah, that confused me.
It's the fans
entire
voting.
thing.
It's the fans voting. You can vote anyone. You can vote freaking what's his name? The dude on the Hornets, Jeremy Lin.
You could vote for Sasa Vujacic if you really want to.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. They need to change the voting. For real.
I mean, because then a guy like that, you almost get elected in by the fan to start, and then you don't even get picked for the reserves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The coach is picking reserves. Like Zaza's having a decent season, but it's not All-Star season.
He's averaging a double-double. I mean, that's the only thing.
I can't really think of that many snubs this year, to be honest. I don't know if I'm hitting a mental block, but besides Lillard,
nobody's really putting up. Well, a lot of the guys that you're accustomed to putting up aren't putting up great years. So even some of the All-Stars you're looking at, you're like, their year's not that great, but nobody else is playing any better.
Yeah, that's true. And then the rookies they're all good. Then the rising stars.
I mean, the one thing that's missing is for the West, Blake's not there because he's hurt.
Sure.
That's one you're used to seeing.
I mean, DeAndre's having a decent year.
DeAndre's doing.
But do you really want to see him in an All-Star game?
I mean, no, he's not going to do anything.
You might want to see him in an All-Star game because he'll catch a couple alley-oops, but I mean,
it's nothing spectacular with DeAndre.
Pau Gasol could have gotten an All-Star.
Pau, that's the
Pau
one.
Pau could have got one from the East. Pau's had a really good year.
He's averaging a double-double. He's averaging 16 and 11.
Yeah.
He's averaging a double-double. How does he go from a starter last year with like this almost the exact same numbers to this year doesn't make the roster?
Marc Gasol didn't make it either.
Yeah. He's having like a subpar year because the Grizzlies are really bad this year for the most part.
And Kyrie would be there, but he hasn't played enough games.
I mean, Kevin Love, I guess you could say he was a snub. I mean, I don't think he belongs.
Kevin Love is having like a normal season. It's nothing it's nothing crazy bad. It is nothing exciting. It's just Kevin Love. Like that's where you're getting.
But you're seeing the effect of what happens to a guy when he's the only player on a team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like what Evan Turner used to be in Philadelphia.
I don't know why.
Somebody's got to average 20 points a game when you're on a shitty team.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, who's it going to be?
I don't know why I just threw shade at Memphis. They're a 5 seed in the West. I apologize.
But they haven't been having a Memphis Grizzlies season. Like they have a nice starting.
I think they just started off really slow. They're playing a lot.
I think it's almost a Memphis season though. Every year, you're like, this team isn't great, but they keep making the playoffs and they make life difficult for teams once they get in the playoffs because they don't play the brand of basketball that's like they still play old school. We're gonna run a 4 and a 5. We're gonna pound you. We're gonna play slow and we're gonna play hard.
Didn't they go pretty far a couple years ago in the playoffs? And they lost.
Yeah, they beat. Yeah.
I forget. They got pretty far, but then they just stopped playing defense. I forget who they played.
Semi-conference finals they lost, I think.
They were like the 7 or 8 seed, and they got to like the conference finals.
They beat the Spurs in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Spurs. Right. They got beat like twice in the first round in like last like 3 years, 4 years. I mean, they have a championship, so I guess we can't really
multiple championships. So.
Well, yeah, but they have a championship in the last 3 years, so it's more than I have.
I think it's
more than a lot of people have.
Trade rumors. Lot of action.
Jeff Teague.
I knew you were gonna say it.
I don't think it's gonna be like a big, huge like blockbuster trade, but there's gonna be some good trades. Hopefully, I think Jeff Teague is one of them.
I'm excited for that, but we don't have anybody to give up to give the Hawks. Like who? Like we're not giving up. We're not giving up Porzingis.
Porzingis and Melo aren't going to get moved, but like Lance Thomas, you might see a guy like that move.
I like
Lance. I don't want to see him
likes
go.
Lance. I just feel like the Knicks aren't going to make a move. They're going to wait till everyone's free.
The only decision that could possibly be made is if if they're going to put Schroeder at like starter. They need a backup. So maybe Calderon goes. You see Calderon go as a side piece. You might have to go a 2-for-1 deal where you get rid of like Calderon and I don't even know who else. Like
you might have to give rid of Grant. If they want Grant, you might have to give up Grant.
Grant, you can because I don't know. If you're gonna get a better point guard back.
He's expendable. Yeah, Grant's expendable.
He's decent though.
The only way is that is you'd have to get like Calderon and Grant and you get Hardaway back with Teague, and then it's fine. It's fine.
Why do you want Hardaway back?
Because Hardaway is
nice. I like Hardaway, man.
Hardaway is nice. They shouldn't have got rid of him to begin with.
He's barely playing over there anyways.
I just don't think they're going to make a move.
We need another shooting guard.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait till free agent because Jose's going to be a free agent. Then Jeff Teague's going
to be a free agent, yeah.
So it might be easier.
Jeff Teague going to free agency is going to be tough because this team wants him too. And guess where he's from?
No.
He's an Indy boy. He's an Indy boy. He's from Indy.
Durant's going to be a free agent, and there's talk Durant might go to Knicks.
Who said that?
Durant,
he ain't going to the Knicks.
I've heard
going to Washington. Write this down. Washington. Him and Wall
and Beal. People are saying that he wants to go to the Knicks is because he called Porzingis a unicorn a couple of days ago. Everybody's like, he wants to go play with Porzingis. Dude's just handing the guy a compliment. Doesn't mean he wants to go play. Like, maybe he wants to play with him, but he's not going to go to New York. Like,
he's not going to New York. He's going to Washington. I'm telling you.
He's going to a team that's already going to make the playoffs. That he's going to make a better team. He ain't going somewhere where he's got to restart.
He's going to play with a pass-first point guard for the first time in his career. 3-point shooting Bradley Beal, and he's going to play in Washington.
And like, why would he want to? Like, Melo's got some years left. Why would he want to go play next to Melo? But one of them's got to play 4.
Isn't Bradley Beal always been on trading block though? He's like been talking about getting traded. They always put him on there.
No,
that just never happens.
No, they don't ever really trade Beal.
People might ask about him, but
they like
trade him, but they like him, but they take offers for him. They're like, nah.
I mean, that's like a lot of players though. Teams will always hear what you have to say, but that doesn't mean there's any like.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's been on the trading block for years. Like there's always rumors.
Rudy Gay
he's
too.
never. Well, he might get moved. I think
Rudy Gay might get moved.
I think he might get moved.
Rudy Gay just needs to find his spot. I thought the Kings would be it, but I don't know.
You know where he can go? He can go to Philly. Go be the star there.
No.
Oh my God.
No one wants to go to Philly.
A lot of people say he doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care about team basketball. He doesn't want to be. So he just wants to be the superstar. He wants to be. Really? He wants to run the show. Yeah, that's why he didn't get along in Memphis. He didn't get along with Zach Randolph because Zach Randolph was the man. Rudy Gay wanted to be the man. He wanted to be the number one option. So him and Zach Randolph didn't get along.
Why would you want to go to?
I'm not saying he'd want to go there. I'm just saying,
you know where he would play really well, actually? He might not actually fit in as well as I was thinking in my head.
From everything he's heard, he might not fit in a lot of places.
He does. He's not.
Clippers. Rudy Gay on the Clippers. They have a whatever that guy's name is. I can't even say it. Yeah, that's their starting small forward.
Rudy Gay's not going to come off the bench.
No, Dude,
you think Rudy Gay would start
over a Balamute, whatever his last shitty name is? Yeah, definitely he'd start.
Who are they going to give up for him, though?
Exactly.
Wesley Johnson, Lance Stevenson. You got some pieces you could give up.
They'd have to give up probably Lance.
I mean, Lance last night. Yeah. Did you see his dunk last night? Did you see that dunk?
No,
it's not Lance of old though. I like Indiana Lance.
Wait, I'm a tweet you guys.
People are killing his confidence. That's why.
Exactly. Indiana Lance was definitely. I didn't like him when he played different teams, but I did like the player who he was.
Well, the thought with him coming to LA was to be like the number 2 point guard behind Chris Paul, to be the ball handler like off the bench. But Jamal Crawford has the ball in his hand off the bench, so like Lance Stevenson has no like home there. Like he's not gonna start over JJ Redick because I like JJ Redick in the lineup with pass first Chris Paul. So Lance is best with the ball in his hands. He's like a point guard in a shooting guard's body. So like you need somebody to.
Yeah.
Last night he had his first real good game though. He was 6 or 7 shooting, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, a block shot and a steal. I think I was watching my boy. You see that dunk yet, Berger?
Working on it, but like you have to let Lance be Lance when he's somewhere.
You think they'll trade Blake Griffin?
There's rumors about it, but I don't think there's any I don't think there's much to it. I think it's more just he got in this altercation, and now there's they're winning without him. So
I saw a possible.
Where would he go though?
Where would he go? Cleveland. Trade Kevin Love for Blake Griffin. That'd be a great fit.
They're not trading.
I know it's not going to happen, but I think that'd be a better fit than.
They would never. They're not going to trade Love. They're not going to trade him. They want to win with that. That's what they want.
I understand that, and I know that. But I was thinking about the other day when I heard him. I was like, I like Blake Griffin on the Cavs better than I like Kevin Love.
I think Blake Griffin would be really good on the Celtics.
A lot of players can play on the Celtics, but will they go to the Celtics? No.
This trade helps both teams. Like I was talking about this trade last night actually with Devin Jakowski. If you traded Blake Griffin for Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley, I mean Devin didn't like this trade, but then the Clippers get a wing
because you don't want to get rid of Avery Bradley,
right? The Clippers get Avery Bradley, spot up 3 shooter, great defender, and you get Jay Crowder, 3-point shooter, great defender. That team gets a lot better with those 2 players.
But then the Clippers would have to give up something else too because they're losing Bradley.
Right, you give up Stevenson, you give up Wesley Johnson, and there you go, Blake Griffin for those 2. Oh no, draft pick.
You're probably not going to have to give up that much for those 2. You could probably do Blake for 2 players.
A draft pick.
Maybe like a second round in 2 years. I don't know.
I don't know. I think Blake on the Celtics would be good.
Like if you traded Blake for just draft picks, like Blake could get you a first round draft, probably a first round and a second round draft pick. So like if you trade him for 2 players, you don't need to give up anything else with him if you get rid of him.
True.
Unless you have a guy that's sitting on your bench taking up a lot of cap space that you'd rather not have.
All right. Do you think the Cavs make a move or no?
Cavs, I do. I don't know why they signed Mo Williams because he doesn't ever play. I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me.
They have too many point guards.
The Verjao injury kind of helps them not have to make a trade because, I think they have too many big men for what they do. I mean, Mozgov played really well last year. Tristan Thompson played really well in the playoffs last year, but now that Kevin Love is back, like there's not enough minutes to have all three of those guys play big minutes, and you're like they all play well, but I mean it's a 3-man rotation, so I guess they can get their minutes in. But what if one of them, I just feel like but it helps now that Varejão's gone. But with him in there, there's just too many guys, like especially the style they play.
They need something because all due respect to Shumpert and JR, they're not that good.
They need a 6-man. They need like a Jamal Crawford or something to come for the second unit.
Can we agree that JR is not the player he was in New York?
He hasn't been since the 50-win season.
He's more than he usually.
He had his killer year. He got his contract, and now he's just kind of like, if I make it, I make it.
Let me throw out 2 names for the Cavs.
Okay.
Kyle Korver and JJ Redick.
JJ Redick doesn't move. There's no way Doc gives him up because Doc thinks that they are title contenders. So there's no way.
And Korver is not having the year he had last year either.
You don't want Korver. He's
and a lot.
I know. I don't know. I like Korver though. I like him.
A lot of people are blaming Korver's struggles on why Jeff Teague has struggled this year, why his numbers are down. Because Korver's not shooting as well, so it's taking assists away from Teague. And, when Korver's not shooting well, you don't check him as hard. There's not as much space for Teague to get in. So, I mean, he's a good player, but, last year was kind of like his breakout year, but he's been in the league for 10 years now. He's got to be in his 30s. So do you really want to bring – at that point, you might as well call up Ray Allen and be like, yo, you're 42. Why don't you come shoot threes for us?
I'll take Ray. I just feel like they need a center, but Mozgov is okay, but a shooting guard would be nice as well.
They need another a consistent knockdown 3-point shooter, not this JR who's either he makes 8 of them or he misses 8 of them, or Shumpert who, is.
They should see if Marco Bellinelli. I don't know if he's available. I got to see if he's available. It's a knockdown 3-point shooter. No, he's on.
He's on the Kings now.
He's on the Kings now. You're right. He's on the Kings.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of guy they need. They need a shooter, somebody who can just shoot.
Just a flat out shooter,
and not a JR shooter. JR is like one of those.
Bellinelli is comfortable with being a role player.
Yeah,
because he played with the Spurs. He's comfortable playing not a big role.
But does he start though?
Shoot threes.
Is that you start Bellinelli?
No, you need a 6-man. You need a good 6-man in Cleveland. Bellinelli would be your ideal 6-man. You still have J.R. Smart, J.R. Start, and then off the bench you got Shump and Bellinelli. I think it
could work, but I think if you're gonna go with your 6-man, be like a guard like that, you want him to have a little more ball handling ability to run. You could run the offense through him if you want to be your 6-man.
Okay, yeah, true.
So you don't have to push like Kyrie and LeBron to have to play 33 minutes a game because you don't trust anybody else with the ball.
As much as I want LeBron to win another one, I think his window is. I think it's done. I think it's closed. I don't think he's gonna have.
I don't think it's closed. I think
it's closed. It's just. I don't know.
He's not LeBron old anymore. He's not that young anymore. He's getting up there. He's got a lot of miles on those tires. He needs other players to help him out. You can't put a crappy roster on him and expect him to, that Cavs roster he brought against the Spurs a couple years ago, like 7 years ago in the finals. He can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's doing like a thing like Jordan. Like Jordan was crazy, dunking your face all the time, and then as he got older, he backed off the dunks, but still dropped all the points. And LeBron still dropped. You got
to change your game, but
he's been struggling a lot this year shooting. This is one of his worst shooting years.
Yeah.
No, it's not just threes. It's like outside 15 feet where he's like shooting under 35%.
He needs to fix his free throws.
He's always had
that issue. I think it's gotten a little better now with the little step he's taken to get himself more in rhythm when he shoots. It looks like it's a little smoother of his free throw. He doesn't have a bad shooting motion. He just it's something about the free throws. I don't know what it is.
Psychs him out.
Big game time, the free throws. I don't know. We can talk all day about this.
I just don't see Cleveland doing it. I just don't see it. I don't see a team with Kevin Love, LeBron, and Irving winning it. They should have kept Wiggins. I'm going to stand by that. They should have kept Andrew Wiggins. That team would have been so good. They would have had Irving.
You could have ran a giant lineup with them. You could run a small lineup or a giant lineup. You could play Kyrie at the 1, Wiggins at 2, LeBron at 3, Tristan at 4, and Mozgov at 5. Your starting lineup? Are you kidding me? They'd run teams off the floor.
Exactly, and their small ball lineup would be Irving, probably J.R. Smith or Shumpert if you want a defense, and then Wiggins, LeBron. J.R. would definitely go back to being
6-man. Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish that was their team.
Just imagine that lineup.
But coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, well,
coulda, woulda, shoulda.
If Kevin Love could ever get a resemblance of what he was in Minnesota, the guy used to grab 15 rebounds a game. He'd go in the post. He'd be physical.
Let's be honest. Who's going to beat the Cavs in the East?
No, they're going to win the East.
They're going to win the East.
Oh, of course. They're the best team far. There's no way anything in the East.
Yeah.
But Toronto's playing really good, but I don't know how much I really believe in it.
In a 7-game series?
It's weird playing with LeBron because, he just changes the way you play completely. Especially if you're, coming from, Kevin Love, you're being that man. Now you have to be that man with LeBron. It's hard.
You got to be.
I think
LeBron, not the man, amen.
Yeah.
LeBron is just such, a good basketball player, and so he's got such good basketball IQ. Where in a 7-game series, he's gonna find a way to get his and beat you 4 games.
In the East, no team in the East.
Yeah. There's no. I mean,
I think, to be honest, the Cavs beat the Spurs in a 7-game series, but I don't think they beat the Warriors. I think they lose to the Warriors in 5 or 6.
I just think the Warriors are in their head right now. Just like everyone's head. They're just how are they beating everyone? We have to do something.
My dad made a really good point last night. But we were talking about the Spurs, how they lost to the Warriors by 30. And he goes, you really think Popovich showed them his full hand?
No, definitely not. That's why Tim Duncan didn't even play.
Think about that. Yeah, he went with his everyday lineup, his everyday game plan, and he said, all right, Warriors, let me see what you got. Give me some game film. My dad made a great point. I never even thought about it like that.
I think that, and he also, I was listening to the first take the other day, Skip Bayless was saying, I think it was almost a little bit of a mind game that Pop was playing. We're I'm not going to play Duncan, so if you beat me, it's wait, Duncan was in the lineup. What happens if Duncan's in the lineup when we play them? Is this really, or if we had beat him, we beat you and Duncan was in the lineup, what's going to happen when he plays?
The only thing I can say is Duncan isn't going to make that much of a difference. He is.
I don't think he makes that much of a difference, but it is Tim Duncan, so it's still
The only thing I can say is he has game film now. You won't see those kind of defensive sets again, though. And there was a couple weird rotations they had during that game, but you have to slow down the Warriors.
Yeah,
that's where Tim Duncan comes into play again because he's the anchor of that defense. He gets them lined up. He gets people to switch, and he's the anchor of that defense.
The only thing I didn't like about that game is only 3 people scored in double figures. And it was not even – and 2 of those people weren't even starters.
For who?
The Spurs.
Who was it? Patty Mills?
Kawhi. Kawhi had 16.
Oh.
And then David West had 12.
David West, he started that game. He had a really good
Did he start?
Yeah,
right, he started
that.
That's still not one of their normal starters. So.
Exactly. Marjanovic, or however you say his last name.
I like him. He's big. I like him.
He had 12. But then you have Tony Parker with 5 points.
Parker looked awful.
Aldridge had 5 points.
Aldridge had 5 points, 3 boards. 5 points.
Aldridge can't play. Aldridge can't play against that kind of team. They're too fast. He's not that athletic. He can't run the court like that.
Well, that's why you gotta slow him down and get in a half court set, put your back to the basket, and not take a 15-foot face-up jumper.
We say that, I think they're 42-4 for a reason. They have one of the best pick and roll offenses I've seen with Draymond and Curry.
But tell me,
when
how did
Curry's
the Nuggets
off the court, Draymond runs.
Well, it's not fair.
Close game every time.
82 games.
It's not fair when they run a pick and roll at 30 feet and Curry just pulls up from the paint and he pulls up from half court and just hits nothing but net. You can't stop that. There's nothing you can do when he goes on a pick and roll and pulls up from 30.
I was listening to Skip Bayless talk earlier, and he was saying that Draymond Green's making a case to be a better LeBron right now.
He's
even better than LeBron. That's what I said. I was listening. I'm like, Skip, really? Like, come on.
I understand what he's saying by being like a point forward and his rebounding, his distribution, but his scoring ability is even close to what LeBron can do. So,
but the only thing I can say is he impacts his team right now, if not the same as LeBron does for the Cavs. Like, you don't understand how important Draymond is to that team.
Oh, he's extreme. We said it on, I think it was the second episode of this. When
he's vital.
I said I think he might even be more important than Curry on that team because of what he provides for them.
He's their defensive anchor. He's their second ball handler when Curry's off the court for the most part. He runs point. He can knock down threes. He can drive and beat you down low and play physical bump and grind offense and defense. He's great. I take him on my team any day. High energy.
I liked him coming out of Michigan State. I watched a lot of their games that year, and he was playing the 5 in college, and he was beating people up in the paint, beating people up. And then he came in the league, and he's playing small forward, and I'm just scratching my head was he really that only 6'7" when he was doing that? Because he was taking people to school in the post that whole year, and you're seeing him now. He dropped some weight, he got thinner, but. Where do you see a guy that's 6'7" that can match up on a 5 defensively?
He burned LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge before the game is he said something about how he doesn't he can't wait to play against Draymond or something, and then Draymond was like, "Everybody doubts me. That's okay. I know I'm small. Don't matter."
He gives some of the best post game interviews.
He does.
He doesn't care. He does not care. After they won the title.
Right now talking about Draymond because he hates Draymond.
No, I don't like Draymond when they play the Cavs, but I liked him. He's a good player. I just don't like him when he plays the Cavs.
We were walking into Planet Fitness. Lyra goes, "Nah, I can't stand Draymond. I hate him. I don't like anything about him.
I hate him when he plays the Cavs.
I can't stand him.
He just talks bad shit. I can't. No. I will give him.
You mean after... after the finals last year, we won, they lost. We're good, they suck. Yup.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but they're backing it up this year, so he
100%.
He can say whatever he wants.
So this is a good segue
to what? What do you want to talk about now?
The Warriors' record pace. They've passed the Jordan pace right now. They're at 42-4. Jordan was at 41-5.
It's one of those where it's they're on the record pace and they're on such a roll, you don't see anybody stopping them, but they live and die by the 3. If they, if one or two of them gets in a slump,
right, Charles,
that record's
over. They do, though. They do.
Everyone, they do.
Draymond,
they can beat Curry,
you. And what's his name? I can't hear his name right now. It's the shooting. Thompson, yeah. All they do is just pull up for threes. That's it.
But the thing is, they take that many threes, but they shoot a good percentage.
That's the thing.
Out of their 4 best 3-point shooters, Klay Thompson is the worst percentage, and he's shooting 43%.
Doesn't make sense.
He'd be the best 3-point shooter on a lot of teams in the league, and he's shooting the worst percent out of their top 4.
I mean, it's for real.
Curry's at 46 or 47. Draymond's at 44, 45. Harrison Barnes, I think, is over 40.
Yeah, it's 30 points a game. It's just threes. And they're up by 30s.
I know threes are a huge part of their game, but I still think they're a really good defensive team as well. They're top.
Oh, yeah.
So they can grind out a game if they have to. They did it against the Grizzlies. They grinded out those games.
Even the game against the Spurs, they beat them by 30. They only gave up 90 points.
Yeah.
And not only did they keep LaMarcus Aldridge, Tony Parker had a bad game. Curry had 5 or 6 steals that game, all off of Tony Parker. He was all over him that game. Parker couldn't move.
Kawhi got locked down too a lot.
I don't know. There's what can you do to beat them though, besides limit the transition? That's
I think you have to get them off the 3-point line. You have to make them beat you.
But the thing is, if you try to put them on the 3-point line, they'll just go behind the 3-point line even more. It's just
you want them
to Curry will.
Yeah.
Laptop's dying.
It's almost like you got to play a zone and just guard the 3-point line. Say if you want to take a dunk, go right ahead. We just don't want you shooting a 3.
I mean,
they're so
I know
hard
you got
to
chase them off the 3-point line. I just you want to play physical. Like the Grizzlies have the right idea. You want to knock them down and play nice, hard physical defense. I think that's what you want.
Yeah, I think
who they play next? OKC next week.
That's the next big game.
Yeah,
but did you see
Westbrook? Yeah, Beverly.
Curry guaranteed to win. They like, what do you think about Curry guaranteed to win? Westbrook goes.
Who's like,
next question.
Did you see Westbrook look at Beverly last night after he hit the shot off the side of the backboard?
No.
Yeah, I saw.
He was guarding Beverly, and Beverly chucked up a 3 at the end of the shot clock, and it went behind the backboard, from the corner. It was just Westbrook just goes, and then he just looks at him like.
I like watching that team play. I mean, they're not going to win anything because they play too much isolation basketball. But Westbrook and Durant are really fun to watch. Yeah, that's a great tangent.
The only thing too about the Warriors while we're still on it is that I feel like their schedule this year is just not.
It's backloaded.
Yeah, they play
they have a lot of their tougher games in the second half of the year.
Yeah, think about it. Teams, and then they play the Cavs, and then 8 more normal teams, and then Spurs. It's weird.
Their schedule wasn't tough until the end of December when they played the Pacers when the Pacers were hot, and then they played Cavs, and then
it's almost like they're toying with people, toying with the fans, because they lost to the Pistons and they lost a couple games. Everybody's like, "Oh man, what happened? Are the Warriors? Is that it for them? They is the gas tank empty?" And they come out and pound the Cavs, pound the Bulls, pound the Spurs. It's like, oh, okay.
Who they lose against? The Bucks, the Pistons, the Nuggets,
the Bucks, the Mavs.
The Mavs. That's what it was.
Bucks, Mavs, Nuggets, and Pistons.
The Nuggets almost beat them twice.
Trap games.
Yeah. Games where they go in there.
They need to just view. I don't know if the Nuggets can keep up with them. Come on.
We got to think about 3 of those losses.
But the Nuggets play that style of. The teams that the Suns and the Nuggets play that up-tempo type of offense too. They're used to playing it. So when you go play those teams, it's going to be a shootout. So they're used to playing up-tempo, playing that style of basketball.
But 3 of those losses, they were either missing Barnes. One game they were missing Clay, I think. One game they were missing Draymond. So the games they've lost, they haven't been full lineups. When they've healthy, they haven't lost a game this season. When they're fully healthy.
Even the craziest thing though is when we say they live and die by the 3, their big wins the last couple weeks against the Spurs, the Cavs, and the Bulls, they're averaging plus 30 from 3 against their opponents.
Not just plus 30. This last 6-game stretch, they're winning by an average point margin of 28 points per game.
Yeah, and they're plus 30 from behind the arc. The game against the Bulls. The Bulls were 1 of 20 from 3.
Think about 3-point shooters. That's always been the Bulls' problem. They've never had 3-point shooters.
True. They were plus 36 against the Bulls. They were plus 28 against the Cavs.
The Bulls, they don't play up tempo. They're just find it. Let's find it.
Hoiberg's going to try to change that, but they still have a lot of Thibodeau in them, and that's the style he wanted to play.
Well, and they're getting Dunleavy back. I don't know if that helps. He can't defend.
He's injured all the time.
He's almost like JJ Redick, though. He's a good team defender, but he's not going to lock somebody up.
And when he has to guard LeBron, then it's kind of just
he doesn't have to guard LeBron. Jimmy Butler guards LeBron.
Jimmy and Taj usually guard LeBron? So Taj is still decent. Jimmy's still nice. I always say it. Jimmy's on that wrong team. He needs to be on a better team.
He's not going anywhere. He's there for 5 years now.
I know, but still, Jimmy Butler on a better team.
If anything, Rose is going out the door and Butler's staying.
Jimmy Butler on a Cavs?
No, why would that happen?
No, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying imagine.
Why would you imagine that?
Jimmy Butler on the Knicks?
No, he's not. Stop imagining him on other teams because he's not going to be anything besides.
I'll imagine it.
Kevin Durant on the Bulls? That would look so weird.
I don't want to see Durant in red.
That would look so weird.
I wouldn't want to see Melo in red either. I'm happy he didn't go.
Jeff Teague on the Bulls though next year. Rose is gone. Don't re-sign Rose. Did Jeff Teague?
No.
They already have a Teague on their roster.
Who?
They have Marcus.
Oh, yeah, they do. Wow.
See his 1 year at Kentucky did him well.
Any other final points, boys?
Isn't there a good game on tonight?
Yeah, Cavs
Spurs. Spurs, so that should be a decent
game. Watch out, Cavs.
Watch out, Cavs.
Yeah, the Spurs. I watched the game against Houston the other night. The game after they lost to.
They came out firing.
The game after they lost to the Warriors, they were pissed off.
Hell yeah!
It was close through most of the first quarter. Then they just pulled away, and it was like they were flirted with being up by 40 some point. They pulled all the starters the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they still beat them by 30.
This may be a statement game for the Spurs.
Yeah, they came out firing. They were angry.
I'm gonna say Spurs.
Spurs.
LeBron against the Spurs isn't a good matchup.
Even though I want to give LeBron some credit because I feel like LeBron wants this win. LeBron needs this win.
Yes,
they lost 2 games to the Warriors this season. Already 1 to the Spurs. He needs to prove that they can keep up with the West. He needs to win this game.
Does Lou get fired if they lose?
Who they just play the other night? Who they play the other night?
Fire them.
Who they play?
Ooh.
They beat the Cavs.
Yeah, who they play?
Like the Timberwolves, and they barely beat them.
I thought it was the Suns.
Oh yeah,
that's even worse.
Even worse. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. But Kevin Love's still at 28 points.
You mean last night?
But other than that, yeah, whatever. They all 3 of them had 20 plus points, but it's still
last night they did.
It's still the Suns.
No, last night the Knicks played the Suns.
The last game they played.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty sure it was the Suns.
I'm gonna see it. The Pistons last night. They beat the Suns last night. They played the Pistons last night. Pistons.
Well, we're gonna watch that game. I'm assuming the Cavs Spurs.
I gotta watch. It's on ABC. I gotta watch.
We have to watch it while we're gonna be, at Mike's. So,
all right. You made that sound weird. You made that sound.
You never know. You never know. I'm sorry.
Any closing points, fellas?
Good chat. Good big 3.
Find a way to get Jeff Teague on the Knicks.
Yes.
Yeah. Without giving up the whole,
If not Jeff Teague, the Knicks can take Jimmy Butler, please.
Leroy's wearing orange and blue now. Burger. He texted me 4 nights ago. He texted me 4 nights ago. He goes, "Bro, I'm a Knicks fan now."
I'm slowly becoming a Knicks fan, Burger. I'm slowly becoming a Knicks fan.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but I just like the scrappiness of that team. They're not. They might
this year. Playoffs. Watch them last year and the year before that. They're a bunch of softs.
I've always liked Melo.
They look like they're having fun. The Knicks look like they're having a lot of fun playing this year. I watched a Cavs game. The Cavs looks like fucking Auschwitz all over again. Like I'm scared to be on the Cavs.
The Cavs Porzingis gets a back dunk in the first quarter. You know it's on.
Yes.
Just. The garden is alive again with Porzingis. He makes one. Doesn't even matter what it is. He makes a 3. He puts a dunk. He gets a block. The garden goes nuts.
All right, he's good. You know what we guys do? Us three need to go to a Knicks game.
The garden's live.
We gotta go to a Knicks game.
I told him I wanted to go. Which one was it? The Magic game next month. They're playing the Knicks.
That's a win, Burger. We get to see Melo Porzingis kill it.
Was it the Cavs?
They lost to the Magic earlier this year because they couldn't stop what's his name? Vucevic.
Well,
the game earlier this year, Vucevic was like 12 of 14 from the field, and he had like 29 points.
Yeah, listen, I watch a lot of
the Magic or another team that I really like. Their starting 5 is really good.
I watch a lot of Orlando games. They're a good young team.
They're not a championship team, but they're good. No. Vucevic is amazing. I like Tobias Harris.
Vucevic he's got a nasty game, man. He's got turnarounds. He's got a hook. He can pound you. He goes outside. He shoots.
Wait a minute. He honestly is a better version of Dwight Howard. Orlando got so lucky. They got a better version of Dwight Howard now.
They shouldn't trade him. They better not trade him unless they're going to get something back.
They won't.
They got he's like a better Jonas Valanciunas.
Who's their point
guard?
Payton. Alfred Payton.
I thought Payton wasn't the starter though. I thought it was someone else.
No, he starts.
Payton, Oladipo.
Evan Fournier. I love Evan Fournier.
Fournier was good on the Nuggets, and he's good now.
This year he's been so much better though. He can drive now. I watch games where they set up a pick and roll for Fournier. He drives.
He's low key good.
I hate his hair.
Look,
his hair. Your hair is like his hair. What are you talking about?
No, he fucking puts a little like rat tail up going on there, man.
Jeremy Lin has the worst hair of the NBA. And then tied for second is George Hill with the Cisco look. And then
Alfred Payton.
Payton's pretty bad.
I'm happy LeBron cut the mustache off.
Yeah, that was weird. That was not a good look.
The whole team had mustaches, but it's fine that we're happy they're back.
That was for November.
Mustaches back on. They need to do something.
Kevin Love had the worst
church or something.
Kevin Love looked like Ben Stiller in Dodgeball.
Oh my God, he did. He did. Or it looked like he was supposed to be a Starkey and Hutch.
He was wearing the headband, and I was like, bro, take the headband.
He's still wearing the headband.
Somebody needs to talk to that man. Somebody needs to call him. He needs to do something.
He's trying to get some swag back because he ain't that good anymore. He's trying everything.
He needs a shave. He needs to cut the hair off, go short hair. Kevin Love again. I'm tired of this long.
He needs to shave it all off. Start going back to McDonald's. Get to be like 300 pounds again, and go back inside.
Exactly. Thank you. Shoot the threes once in a while, but be your man. Be the post.
Like when he went to UCLA, he was like a Pillsbury Doughboy, man. He had some belly on him.
Now, you said the team was nice.
Well,
they had Westbrook and Darren Collison on that team.
Oh yeah.
They didn't win, but still.
UCLA always has a good team. They never win.
That's true.
Story of college basketball. There's a lot of good teams that never win.
This is
true. You know what might happen this offseason? I'm going to throw it out there because they're both free agents. Corey Brewer and Joakim Noah. I really hope they go to OKC and there's like a reunion under Billy Donovan. Just saying. I hope there's a reunion going on.
Oh, are they going to try to bring Torian Green out of retirement and try to get Horford there too?
Hey.
Listen, you never know. You can get rid of Cantor for Horford.
Durant's leaving, so you get Russell Westbrook with role players like that.
But Russell Westbrook likes to be his own man.
Exactly. That's why those guys are a man in a team. They're not stars. Westbrook literally will have his own team. Literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's going to tell him what to do on that team?
Who tells him what to do now?
Durant, might get in a fight. Durant don't say shit to him.
Sometimes.
Westbrook would stab someone in a fight. He's crazy.
I love Westbrook. He reminds me of Kobe a little bit. That
Westbrook
mentality.
Westbrook probably slaps people in the locker room after the game for not passing the ball.
If there was a gang in the NBA, it'd be Westbrook, Matt Barnes, Delonte West if he was still playing. Wilson Chandler.
That's pretty crazy. Garnett would be in there. He'd be the ringleader. Garnett would be like the old man sitting down like.
Durant's the real OG.
Exactly. Like, no joke.
All right, fellas.
Gangs.
Good show. We'll be here next Saturday, same time, knuckleheads. I stole that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
All right. I'm not going to do that again. All right. We'll see you guys next Saturday, 11:30. Burger, Leroy. Pleasure as always.
All right.